So I'm going to record this so other students can see whatever questions you have. So just a reminder to everyone that on day 5, you don't need to do the differentiated assignment. We're going to do that in class where it says 612 or special ed and elementary. We'll do that together as a class on Monday. I just want to see how it works since we have a small group. I keep clicking off. I know Brian said he was going to get on. And I really hadn't heard from anybody else. So it looks like the rest of the assignments worked okay?
Yeah, I haven't had trouble with anything else so far.
Okay.
Yeah, the video's been working fine.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, because I've been worried about some of the video links because I think one year I had trouble with the library links.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure they all work. But I haven't heard from anybody that nothing's working, so maybe it's all good. Did you have any other questions about anything you're reading or anything you're...
I'm sure I do. Let me take a look through what I've been reading.
Sometimes the autism chapter is a little intense.
Yeah. My brother's autistic, so it's a lot of
so you're more familiar with that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When he was diagnosed, my mom had me read like everything.
Is he older or younger?
He's younger. I have 2 younger siblings.
Okay.
Yeah. He's my youngest sibling.
He's youngest. So how involved is it? Oh, here's Brian, I think. Hey, Brian. Can you hear me? You might have your computer on mute, so make sure it's not on mute. He probably can't see me. Up. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Megan's on with us. Brittany can't be on because I think she's working tonight, and I did not hear from anyone else. So Brittany and I were just talking about, I was reminding everybody that the 612 assignment and the special ed that's on day 5, just reminding everybody, remember I said you don't have to do that assignment. We're going to do it together in class.
Mm-hmm.
It's a differentiated assignment.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just trying this out. It says Lee Schimler because that's my husband. This is his account. I haven't set my own up. I wanted to see how it worked, but seems to be okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions, Brian, about any of the assignments you've tried?
No, it's all been working for me. Everything's been opening.
Okay.
Everything seems pretty straightforward from here.
Okay. Do you have any questions about the content or?
Not so far. Oh.
Oh, who?
That's Megan.
Oh, hi, Megan. Hey, Megan, can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
Okay, good. So we have Megan and Brian on with us as well. And I was just asking, well, first of all, I was reminding everybody that not to do the assignment. It's the differentiated assignment 612 in special ed elementary. So we're doing that together in class. And then I was just asking if you had any trouble on any of the assignments getting in.
Everything worked for me.
Okay, good. Anybody have any questions about the content?
I think I'm okay.
So far.
So far, okay. So I wanted to try this out and see how it worked, but it seems to be pretty clear.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll set up my own account, and then I can do this because I'm teaching a undergrad class later this summer, and I'm going to do this as well. And I think this also helps when my husband does it with his online class, because he teaches at Lynchburg College, and they do all their classes online. And then he has these meetings, and he says it typically helps you stay connected, and if students have questions and things. So, and then you can see each other. It's pretty easy. So, my first time trying it. So, we'll see. Okay. But it was pretty easy. So, a little different, but. So, I was talking to Megan about the autism information. I don't know if you've gotten to read some of that information, the PowerPoint or the video. Did you have any questions about that? No?
No, I don't think so. I can
Okay.
pull up any responses I had for it.
Okay. I'll take a look at, I was pretty busy all day today, but I'll take a look tomorrow at some of the responses. I see that there's been quite a few posts. Look at those.
Yeah, I just haven't posted mine yet.
Okay, that's fine. Everything's not due until Monday, right?
The 27th. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so that's good. And so if you have any questions, email me.
For the Lavoir paper, I know it's a short one. Is that kind of just a summary of the chapter?
Well, more of an analysis. So,
Analysis.
for instance, you can talk about what's in the chapter, but more of, you know, does it sound research-based? Is it something that you think it sounds reasonable in the classroom? Do you think it might work? How do you think you might implement it in a classroom? Is it a strategy that might be useful to teachers?
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, so not just a summary of the chapter, but more of, I want to see, you know, if you think it's reasonable, if you think it's something that you might find helpful as a teacher in a classroom, and how you might implement it in the classroom. So more of a analysis and synthesis, like how might you change things? Like I had a student one year, and he decided he wrote his own survey. He developed a survey to give to students, and he gave it to his students in his intern teaching. So, you know, he kind of explained how he thought it might be useful in his classroom and how he might use it. And then he took it a step further and made it part of his research project. But so Lavoie taught at private school for students with learning disabilities, and he was also learning disabled, dyslexic, and so I think that's how he got interested in it, and then kind of worked with a lot of students with disabilities and a lot of parents with disabilities. And now you're going to watch it's called Fat City video, kind of walks teachers through what it's like to be a child with dyslexia. So that's a really interesting video. He did that when he came to Randolph. He came, I think I had him 7 years ago when he came to Randolph. So he talks a lot from experience and experiences he's had working with students in the school.
For our the group project, we're making a lesson plan. Is that lesson plan that's just on our chapter?
So what you're going to do with the class, whatever activity you're developing, so it's kind of a modified lesson plan. At the bottom of that assignment, I put the parts of the lesson plan you needed to include.
Okay.
Okay, so your objective, what do you want us to get out of the lesson? So, and then what's your procedure? You know, what materials are you going to use? How are you going to know that we learned the material? That kind of thing.
Okay.
It's modified, Megan, because you've done very detailed lesson plans and it's not that detailed. So, and I know Brian and you, Megan, have not done lesson plans before, so it's a little bit of a steep learning curve for you. but you're in groups with people who have done them before.
Mm.
So use them as your resource, and they can kind of walk you through it. I posted what's the KUDs. So Megan Swithers, you're familiar with KUDs, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's just, the KUD is what, it's basically you're asking yourself as a teacher, what do the students need to know, understand, and do? And that's what KUD means. And that PowerPoint I posted kind of reviews that. And so that's really what I want you to do in the lesson plan. What do you want us to know? What do you want us to understand? And what are we going to do to gain that knowledge? And how are we going to do it? So your procedure. So Megan Swithers, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of modified from the very detailed lesson plan. It's a chance for the people who haven't done lesson planning to kind of get their feet wet.
Okay. I just wasn't certain if it was a lesson plan based off of the chapter or based on what we were doing.
What you're doing, which is based off the chapter.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're going to take your objective from the key concepts you want us to learn. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So you can pick from that chapter what you think are the most important points. You don't have to teach everything in the chapter.
Mhm.
If you want to pick just key things from the chapter that you want us to learn, is fine. In a creative way. So entertain us. Keep us engaged.
So no PowerPoints?
No PowerPoints. I hate PowerPoints. I've had to go back to PowerPoints because I'm teaching a totally online class. And so they told me, well, you have to go through your PowerPoints and record over the PowerPoints your lecture. And I said, well, I don't really lecture. So that's going to be, the whole online thing is a little challenge for me. What I like about the online is that students, your voice comes through much more strongly because everybody writes much more than they talk in class. So I think students feel more comfortable and you have a time to reflect and think about what you're writing. So that part I like. The part where I'm supposed to lecture for an hour, I don't like. So, but yeah, I had to pull up and redo PowerPoints. Oh, and I was on, so I had to call IT because I couldn't get some of my PowerPoints for the class I'm teaching this summer is educational psychology. And they said, these PowerPoints are from like 1998 and they're too old. You're going to have to redo them. I haven't used PowerPoints probably in the last, I don't know, you've had classes with me, Megan. I don't use a lot of PowerPoints, no. So I got to redo a lot of PowerPoints, but not my favorite way to teach. But, oh well, I'll go back to some PowerPoints. So some of the PowerPoints that I've put up, if they seem confusing, just, ask me a question, email me a question, I can clarify. So, anything else I can answer for you? No? All right. Well, let me know how you like this. Does it seem to be a good way to talk?
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. So I think I'm going to set up my own account and we'll do this again. Maybe we'll get the other members of the class on. So, all right. Well, I just wanted to test it. Good night. Let me know if you have any more questions.
Thanks, Dr. Schindler.
Okay. Take care. Oops, what did I do here? How do I
End meeting.
end meeting?